40 years after its birth in New York, hip-hop has become the dominant force in popular music. Cork has developed a small but vibrant community, with local MCs adding their own unique perspectives in the genre.
I think Cork would have its unique angle on it, but where it's changed since 8 Mile sort of 10 or 15 years ago, more people have decided to rap, and there's definitely more people because the technology is there to produce, which is cool because you can put your own mark in it. Like DJing, you can do whatever, but you can really set out your own mark when you produce and rap yourself.
This is how it's gonna go down. This is how it's gonna go down. This is how it's gonna go down. This is how it's gonna go down.
I was making beats non-stop. Any free time that I had, I wasn't watching TV or anything like that. I was just always in my bedroom just making beats and making beats for other kind of local rappers who were doing stuff at the time, mostly the likes of Boney. So I was doing a lot of that, and then produced my own album, recorded it all just basically in my bedroom. I didn't have a clue about mixing or compression or anything like that, but still kind of pieced it all together. And yeah, so it was always tipping away at stuff and maybe investing in better computers, more gear, audio interfaces, monitors and things like that. So over time just building up my toys essentially.
Then I got involved in a local arts project in Granabrook called GAP, and GMC and Boney and them, and they were kind of like the teachers up there, and they just taught us kind of how to structure from just like a rhyme into an actual song, and like a verse here, a chorus, another verse. And then I was recording a couple of songs up there. Then kind of got big into. Then after that, after I left them, that was kind of only a teenage project. So then when I turned about 19, 20, then I started releasing my own stuff, recording my own videos, doing my own stuff in the studio, and then just uploading onto YouTube and promotion-wise, and recorded the album, and that's basically how I started off.
Take a call from a tweet, believe because he said it. I speak for the streets, so the streets give me credit. Hip-hop's got us sold the book when they read it. Got the zone for the readers of my mind, here I made it on the mic, I'm an animal. Rap like a radical, an actual mechanical. Words speak manual, follow my movements, and I don't mean on Twitter. If you don't know, now you know a trigger. I got the Celtic funk, Celtic funk, Celtic funk. I got the Celtic funk when I hit the stage show. I bring the Celtic funk, Celtic funk, Celtic funk. In the streets or the club, I wanna hear the bass pump.
There's a lot of different types of hip-hop. There's like the metaphorical rhyme scheme, and then there's the storytelling, and then there's the punchlines, and there's the battle rap, and then there's the kind of more funk. But that's just like that. The storytelling is one aspect, but that's the most one I find appealing to my style of music.
I've seen kids at the tender age of 7 flipping split skin. Poverty was brief to adolescence, seeing sick things.
A lot of people from the north who are listening to some of my songs are like, you know, this is my life on a song, and I've never heard anyone explain it in the same way as you do, and put that into a song as well. And you know, that's a great compliment to saying, you know, that you can actually reach people and, you know, reach them in some way that'll, you know, say that they can relate to you, and I don't even know them. You know, that's just the beauty of music, I suppose.
Writing's meditation, they find it therapeutic. Alcohol's the same, but sometimes it makes me stupid. This boots my churches, instrumentals my confession. Bless me, Father, you think by now I learn my lesson. Pour my heart in these tracks, unloading all the pain away and hang around my neck, but don't sparkle like a chain.
I like to talk about real life situations, but give it like a character. You know, I like to I might mention Yanagi, let's say. He's a manga character that's the lover. So whenever I mention him, that's what it means. It's like, but if you get it, you get it. If you don't, you don't. But there's always hints. You know, like you can get the story without understanding him. But if you understand him, you understand the story better. So I kind of like using characters like that to kind of like give it that extra touch for me, and it also shows me as well, because a lot of the characters I use like have some kind of personality that I have, so I always like to show myself through that.
Daddy, that's a gift for all of my homies who's stronger than hope. Not to illuminate, not in your promise, I'll make it without it. This need it, man. In the fresh weather, you call, I'm bringing the storm. Give you my friend if you're looking for more. Impact the world like this is my home. Marcus Rebellious beyond the norm.
I used to actually make very complex rhymes until my friends were like, "Oh, dude, that's like too complex. Like nobody gets it." So I didn't precisely dumb it down, but I simplified it, and I feel like it's hard to sometimes to simplify your thoughts so that everyone understands it. But I think over time though, I got to master it more, because now I can make a song and mention like 10 characters that nobody knows and still make sense, and still connect with people that don't read mangas and read comic books.
Love is like corpus, it's corrosive. No use in sniffing dead roses. Swear by Jesus, Mary and Joseph. Plenty of fish at the back of the store. That being said, when swords and minds match, your pause in the moment that decides your life's path. Lifetime pass with the flick of an eyelash.
I think how it started really was I just messed around and made a few beats, not even aiming for a specific genre or anything, but they just started sounding like hip hop. And I think as far as the rapping, then I got a good bit into the Beastie Boys and the kind of, you know, looking at white, slightly nerdy guys pulling it off. I was like, sure, I might as well try write some humorous but credible kind of lyrics, and that's how it began at the start. So.
You see a bit of me, your masculinity. Wearing more pink clothing than any of the guards in this vicinity. Prescribed bravado, drunk and stupid like Johnny Bravo. He's a bad wolf, and his buddies are here too. A bunch of clumsy bloody dummies getting stuck into some chubby punches. Lovely, modern day teenage dreams. Immature swappers over pures and true. This is just another night out. It's about time now that the boys fuck another fucking fight out. This is what we live for. War on the dance floor. Listen to the roars and the melodies. This is just another night out. It's about time now that the boys fuck another fucking fight out. This is what we live for. War on the dance floor. Listen to the roars and the melodies.
I wanted someone who could genuinely do proper scratching to get them on a track, and that's how I found a guy, Justin O'Donnell. He also DJs by the name of Just Me, so he's been more or less the outside of myself the most important factor to the speculative fiction thing.
Yeah, Sean contacted me. I think he had just kind of started his kind of hip-hop projects. He was in bands and stuff before that, but he was like, "Oh, I'm looking for somebody, you know, who can scratch on stage with me." And I think a few people put him in contact with me. He got on to me. I had actually heard his stuff before, and I kind of liked it, and I was like, "Yeah, whatever, I'm up for it, you know, we can do some gigs together." We rent rooms and charge people in. It's something that I was reluctant to do before, because, you know, you'd pay this money to put the gig on, you wouldn't get it back, you didn't have people supporting the gigs. But that's changing now. People are coming out, and we've been really surprised and encouraged by it. So we're going to keep putting on these gigs, and hopefully things will continue to build.
Teach me how to love. Before it's too late, Lord, I had enough. Teach me how to love. Cause lust got the best of me, she got the best of me.
I started off with my brother, so he probably started at like 11 or 10. And I had a little mate called Hope, and we actually formed a bit of a type of a band thing, and we were called Harmony at the start. We're rappers, it didn't make sense at all. we didn't sing or anything, it was just rap. And yeah, we went around to, I actually started off in a church, and the pastor in the church would ask me to perform, and I'd talk about God and stuff in my raps. So from there, other churches invited us to rap, and we went into competitions, and we won a few competitions as well, which was good. So that's what really kind of inspired me to go on when I was young.
MCs regularly collaborate on tracks, offering them the chance to expand their creative horizons and to grow their potential audience.
I'm kind of basing it now on maybe the sort of older rappers that I work with, and they're always doing tracks together, and they love doing tracks together, and you see the vibe that they get when, you know, if they find a beat that they like, and then they say, okay, you write a verse there, now to that, and I'll write a verse, and then when they come in then the next week and they have their verses written, they're listening to each other's verses, they're like, oh, that's unreal, that's class, and they get a buzz off it when they're working with other people. And again, as I said, like, it's always great to have a few other people on stage with you. You know, it adds to the live performance.
Gotta keep focused, this life called the rat race. Stay real, keep true. Post haste, wanna pass beat. Whatever the case, I gotta keep on top, keep on the pace.
Like, there's a rapper called B Wonder now. He was doing it back in the day, and I always used to listen to his stuff. And then he started listening to my stuff, and then I asked him to do a song, and he was like, alright, I'll do a song with you, like, and he'd be one of the most respected rappers around in Cork. So, you know, I suppose in that regards, there is just kind of a family atmosphere, and people are willing to help each other out, and GMC especially is very good for, like, the workshops, and, you know, if you need a beat, or if you need, you know, a bit of guidance, or if you need, you know, someone to connections wise, like do you know this person, and he'll try and, you know, do his best. Like, he's after doing an awful lot for the scene, I'd say.
As recognition of hip-hop's artistic legitimacy has grown, so too is the desire of musicians outside the genre to experiment with the art form.
The really interesting thing I found is there's loads of jazz and funk bands in Cork and in New York and in LA and in Manchester, whatever, and they're covering hip-hop bands now. And it's shown that the music, the art form has been taken so seriously, whether it's the Hypnotic Brass Ensemble, whether it's Stink in Cork, whether it's Bad Bad Not Good. And hip-hop as a culture is being, like, we're talking about debates, we're doing stuff like this, and it's quite interesting in that regard.
Hip-hop isn't, like, just an Americanized thing, it's global. And, you know, anyone can relate to it from their background, if you're from living in the biggest mansion, or you can be living in a slum. And I think that's just the thing about hip hop, is anyone can relate to it just through the storytelling, and it pulls you into the story. That's what I like about it.
Do you know, being Irish, like, there's the kind of storytelling and musical and song, like, culture that's been there forever, like, and it totally makes sense. I've heard a lot of people say this more and more, like, it totally makes sense that Irish people should be doing rap.
I think more people are more accepting of hip hop now. I don't think they see it just as this black sheep. Like I said earlier, I think it's like, it's people are actually starting to realise that it's actually an art form as well. And I think at this stage right now, I think it's widely accepted, you know. So it helps us, and like a lot of young rappers now can actually get some recognition and get radio airplay.
Hip hop is about telling a story. It's about, like, for me personally, when I write, I talk about personal experiences. I talk about how to get through those experiences. I talk about how I dealt with them, and I think everybody talks about love. Everybody talks about friendship. Everybody talks about social nights out. Everybody can relate to hip hop. Everybody can relate to it, no matter where you're from.
This greater recognition and willingness to collaborate may hold the key to developing hip-hop and rap culture within the city.
So maybe it's a case of actually creating some sort of collective, but spreading it out further than just rappers, bringing in musicians, bringing in drummers, percussionists, singers, and creating something that's just, you know, that focus more on the actual live show as opposed to the actual songs themselves. You know, everyone has great songs, or has the potential of making great songs, but maybe everyone bringing the best of what they have to this live show and making that the main focus.
Over the years, interest in rap and hip-hop in Cork has flourished. Under the guidance of past masters, a new generation of artists has emerged. It's clear that the story of rap in Cork is still being written.
Check to these fucking fakes, nothing with our fucking snakes. Talk about giving to the scene, but you only take. You're the reason people hate rap, fake rap. Let me blow this like an earthquake and make your brain crack. You already know that I'm spitting steady. I'll eat you up and chew you out like a roll already. But better chin check, everybody hit the deck. You don't float my boat, kid, you're shipwrecked. You're putting our scene right apart from the seams. Cork City, listen up and let me tell you how it seems. I'm talking about friends selling ounce by the keys. You talk about your pure and you're swapping house keys. Hardest course raps that make your desktop freeze. Hitting beams with a sack and drop to the knees. Blowing fumes from the trees is what I guarantee. Do I listen to your music I'm like, kids, please. Breaking point, I can't take it no more. Breaking point, man, rappers at the floor. You can rap, kid, listen to these beats. You can tell a real sham how he acts in the streets. Cause it's breaking point, I can't take it no more. Breaking point, fake rappers at the floor. You can rap, kid, listen to these rhymes. Smoking weed daily and getting higher in the streets. Source wars with extended metaphors. Change the face of your world, leave the planet's surface terraform. Pacing back and forth, ready to commence assault. Tiny evolve, you're crawling on a beck and forth. Bar for bar, I'm the years ahead of yours. Talking for you, you're a zippo on my blowtorch. Leave you smoking like a jack cord. Watch your feckin' jaw drop as I rode in on the fourth horse. All talk, but I mostly keep my mouth shut, so I can gather thoughts and stick 'em in the rope. You're a middle of the road, rolling, poking your nose in, bubble in the ocean. I brush the window moments, contention horse, trying to pitch the glory. More phony stories from those corny noises that me catching 40 wicks. Find me on a higher plane, in the airspace when NATO is spraying. Break a point, I can't take it no more. Break a point, fake rappers at the floor. You can rap, kid, listen to these beats. You can tell a real sham how he acts in these streets. Cause it's break a point, I can't take it no more. Break a point, fake rappers at the floor. You can rap, kid, listen to these rhymes. Smoking weed